of the National Football League.
From the old end of the line of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, that's where Atlanta was born. And there are train horns still remains in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it signals whenever it's time for football in the town once called Terminus. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday night primetime contest between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. To Bradley Pinion to get this one going. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return.
Jordan Whittington.
So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford.
All this guy did was lead the Rams to the playoffs for the third time in 4 years, Kate, a season ago. Getting them their first postseason win, in fact, since Super Bowl 56. This guy, he already sits top 10 in career completions, yards, and touchdowns. He's been the model of consistency.
Stafford to the air to start us off. Has him on a quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if you weren't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Stafford from the gun. That's on target. Puka Nacua. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. Nacua's got it again. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes him just a different level of connectedness.
And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Short pass brought in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you gotta imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4. From the gun, a carry by Williams. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, hey, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. This one from 42 yards out. Mevis able to knock it through. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
All in all, Kate, we call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. On the return, here's D. Alford. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And leading them out. It's now in his 14th season, Brock. That's not bad for a fourth-rounder out of Michigan State back in 2012, huh? It is Kirk Cousins.
Kid, I don't think I'm the only one wondering whether or not age is catching up to Cousins. He was often injured last year, ultimately benched at the end of the season. But this is a guy who will enter the year top 20 all-time in passing in the NFL and been a durable starter for the majority of it.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Rob flat, first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. To the air, Cousins. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll throw 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a game made. And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd.
That's 1 quarter down in our Christmas Eve contest. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Your left side is caught by Pitts. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
A great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. Now he's past the 25. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's a Falcon first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominating in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
1st and 10. Cousins. He's keeping it. And this one doesn't go far.
Positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Cousins now. They'll try to set up a screen. Here's Robinson. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. Brought in. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Falcons, 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Cousins throwing again. Jump off caught by his back. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Just shy of the goal line. A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. 3rd and hardly anything. Just need the length of the football. Robinson. And he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons get some late points and the lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons want up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Whittington now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Rams headed back after their 2nd drive now. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Falls to the ground out left. Incomplete. Wanted to fit that one into Devontae Adams. And it sets up 2nd down. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Setting up the running back screen. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Defense showing blitz, Stafford. Got a man, that's Nakua. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Gain 15 there. And the Rams have the 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Catch is made down the right sideline. He fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. It's Stafford once more. Complete out to the right side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. That one connects. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Now the Rams will use the 1st of their timeouts.
That's good.
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st and goal.
This ain't what you want.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Stafford throwing again. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hold this one away. No luck finding his receiver that time. It's 2nd and goal.
Okay, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down. There was a target in the area, so that's No penalty, and we move on to second.
Slot man motioned over. Now Stafford again. Screen here for Williams. Touchdown, LA. The Rams get some late points and the lead. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after.
Extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams push their lead to 3.
Falcons 7.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. They don't have much time left, but facing a small deficit, they could try to get this into field goal range. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Got a man. It's Drake London. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
It's a gain of 8.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Play action now for Cousins. The right side, caught by Mooney. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down from the 42. Out of the gun, Cousins. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw once again. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. It's Cousins once more. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing, getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. The kick by Gonzalez is good, and it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
Barring a surprise or a miracle here in the final seconds, Kate, looks like we're going to have a tie and a whole new ball game to begin the second half.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Whittington now on the return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Bronc, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Alford now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. And this is some great effort. He's all the way across midfield and down close to the opposing 45. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. First and 10 now from the 46. There's the fake, Cousins to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. To the right side and reeled in by London. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
First and 10, around to Robinson. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. That's 16 on the pickup. And that is good enough for Atlanta, first down.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10. Staying with Robinson. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Another carry for Robinson. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. Didn't do it there.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. 3rd and long for him here. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take the lead right away in half number 2. Drake London with the touchdown. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to flow toward it, and that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7.
Rams 10.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Whittington now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. We call that one a gain of, let's say, 2 yards at 2nd down.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play. It does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Stafford from the gun. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. This one's caught. Smith has it. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, and sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Stafford. And they will face a 3rd down here, Brock, but not by much. Good effort to challenge for it. He reaches the 43.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
1st down throw here for Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. It's Rams football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Give to Williams from the gun. And this is down to the 28 before the defense holds it. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's another Rams first down. First and 10.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just looking for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. Run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Stafford. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
He'll throw it. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision. Ooh, sure looked like they were sitting on that slant. Weren't they, Brock? If a route was going to beat them, it was not going to be that one.
Yeah, we see this route all the time, really at every level of football, because as a receiver, you just want to get inside that defender, and when you do, you hope to find that connection, but the contact knocked that sucker away.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Here's Carter on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Out of the field runs the Atlanta offense. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Cousins now off the play fake. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Looking to throw. Gets this one to London. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the
I may love
48-yard
watching a great
line.
thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Cody Turner on the tackle. 4 yards on
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons with a little more work to do to win it here. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Finds him on the crossing route. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to 12. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Run it with Robinson from the pistol. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on 1st down. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, if this defense is going to give the offense room on this counter, they're going to take it to the sideline every single time for positive yards. Someone needs to stay and lock down the backside to deny this running lane we're seeing towards the sideline.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Robinson on the inside give. And he gets in, touchdown! The Falcons have taken the lead late. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Rams 17.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Whittington now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Straight ahead with Williams. Continuing to move past the 45. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. He'll look to throw it. Pass complete. 2-2 Atwell. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Here he is to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw. He finds Adams, complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Setting up to pass. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Once again, from the 19-yard line, it's 2nd and 10. Stafford throwing again. Into the end zone, but not brought in. It falls incomplete. It will bring up 3rd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw it. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here.
Los Angeles.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. He could feel the swell of excitement whenever they take a deep shot. It's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
Here comes the crowd swell. The home fans trying to will their defense to make the stop and save this win.
Line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here he goes, one final shot. And this is caught. Oh, he gets them 2 points, and with those, they've got the lead.
Falcons 24.
They didn't come here today to play for no overtime, Brock. They didn't come here today to come away with a tie. They came here for the W, baby, and that 2-point conversion has them now moments away from that.
So many factors go into a big decision like that, Kate. You got to separate the emotion of it. You got to look at where your team is, and ultimately, who do you trust the most? In these huge decisions, time and again, it's all about trust to me. And this staff, well, they put the trust in that offense to go deliver, and boy, did they ever.
He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are winners as we say goodbye from Atlanta.